generally include all the seeds of impure dharmas. Since these three result from perfuming, impure seeds must be born as a result of perfuming. The birth of pure seeds must also be the result of perfuming, because it is said, when the true Dharma, which flows from the pure realm of the Dharma, is heard, perfuming that results from hearing is produced. Also, it is the nature of seeds in the mind of one who has transcended the world.
3. Refutation. The distinction of families of sentient beings existing primordially does not result from either the existence or the non-existence of pure seeds but arises according to whether or not there are obstacles, avarana. According to the Yogacarabhiimi Sastra, to that class of beings who will not attain nirvana belong those who are obstructed by the seeds of the two obstacles to the realm of the ultimate, i.e., moral and cognitive faults. Those who have the cognitive obstacle to the ultimate but not the obstacle of the passions belong either to the family of disciples, sravaka, or to the family of pratyekabuddhas. One without seeds of the obstacles to the ultimate belongs to the family of Tathagatas. Thus the distinction of families with different capacities existing from beginningless time is the result of the presence or absence of the two obstacles, not the presence or absence of pure seeds. The reference in the above text to beings in the purgatories, having pure seeds refers to seeds that will be born, not to already existing seeds.
There is another interpretation, by Dharmapala, which holds that seeds are of two kinds. The first consists of primordial seeds. This refers to different energies in consciousness as retribution that have existed since beginningless time by the nature of things, and which give birth to aggregates, sense bases, and sense fields. The world-honored one has accordingly said, all sentient beings since beginningless time have within them diverse elements resembling seeds of the myrobalan fruit that exist by the nature of things. These and other quotations are similar to Chandrapala's earlier statement. These seeds are called naturally existing seeds. The second kind of seeds consists of those that originate at some point in time. This means that they exist as a result of perfuming by actual dharmas, repeated over and over since beginningless time. The world-honored one accordingly said, due to perfuming of the minds of beings by good and bad dharmas, they are accumulations of countless seeds. Various treatises say that pure and impure seeds are born as a result of perfuming by pure and impure dharmas. These seeds are called seeds created by perfuming.
We reply to Chandrapala, that if seeds are only innate and natural, the first 7, evolving consciousnesses must not be conditions as cause of the alaya. According to a scripture, dharmas, i.e., the first 7 consciousnesses, approach, alaya, consciousness. Alaya, consciousness approaches the dharmas. They are reciprocally of the nature of effect, and always reciprocally of the nature of cause. The meaning of this verse is that at all times, the alaya consciousness and the first 7 consciousnesses generate each in a steady process and are reciprocally cause and effect. The Mahayana Samgraha says, alaya consciousness and pure and impure dharmas are reciprocally conditions as cause, just as a candle and a flame produce heat, and just as bundles of reeds support each other. Conditions as cause are found only in the relationship between seeds and glaya, because no other conditions as cause can be found.
If seeds were not produced as a result of perfuming, how could the first 7 forms of consciousness act as conditions as cause for the alaya? These first 7 forms of consciousness are not called conditions as cause because they perfume seeds and make them grow, because in that case good and bad actions would be conditions as cause for the fruit of retribution, the 8th consciousness. Also, holy teachings say that there are seeds born of perfuming, and that contradicts this interpretation. Therefore, the idea that seeds are only natural and innate contradicts reason and scripture. Also, if seeds only originate with a beginning and are not innate, there would be no conditions as cause for conditioned, pure dharmas, and therefore they would not originate. Impure dharmas cannot be the causes of pure ones, because a pure seed must not be born from an impure one. To concede that they can would mean that Buddhas would produce impure dharmas again, and good seeds would create bad ones.
4. Originally pure mind. The Vibhajyavadins say that the nature of mind is intrinsically pure and is soiled by adventitious defilements, not innate ones, and that for that reason it is called soiled. When separated from the passions, it is pure again. Therefore there is a cause for pure dharmas. We ask, what does nature of mind mean? If it refers to the principle of emptiness, sunyata, emptiness is not the cause of mind, because an eternal dharma certainly is not the seed of dharmas, because its substance remains unchanged before and after. Is the nature of mind mind itself? This would resemble the theory of the Samkhyas, which is that although the characteristics of mind change, the substance remains the same. But if it is intrinsically pure, bad or indeterminate minds would remain good, and if you concede that, then mind would be associated with such things as faith. If you do not concede it, then mind does not have the substance of good mind. You could not say it is good, much less pure. The impure but good mind is called defiled, and like a bad mind it is not pure by nature. Therefore it cannot be the cause for pure dharmas, because it must not be that good and bad can be causes for each other.
If the nature of an impure mind is pure, then the nature of a pure mind must be impure, because it would be impossible to distinguish causal conditions. What is more, if the minds of ordinary beings are basically pure, then pure dharmas would be active when one is still in the stage of ordinary beings, and such ordinary beings would be called holy ones. And, if you claim that the reason beings are said to be pure is that although the minds of beings are innately pure, the characteristics are impure, but the nature of mind does not have these faults, then the seeds of this mind are not pure. Why does your treatise say that there are ordinary beings who possess pure seeds? The nature and characteristics of seeds and dharmas in activity are the same. However, when the scripture says that mind is pure by nature, it is referring to the ultimate reality revealed by the emptiness of the mind, because ultimate reality is the mind's true nature. Or, they mean that because the substance of mind is not afflicted, it can therefore be called pure by nature. They do not mean that it is called fundamentally pure because the nature of an impure mind is pure.
As a result, we may believe that from beginningless time sentient beings possess pure seeds that are not the result of perfuming, and that they possess them by the nature of things. Later, in the spiritual stage of superior progress, the pure seeds are made to increase and grow through perfuming. The pure seeds that come into being have these seeds as their cause. When pure dharmas come into being, they subsequently perfume in turn and create new seeds. The seeds of impure dharmas can be understood in the same way. Even though holy teachings say that the internal seeds are definitely perfumed, they do not say that the seeds are produced as a result of perfuming. How can they be understood to deny natural seeds? However, these natural seeds are made to increase and grow as a result of perfuming and can then produce results. For this reason, these texts say that internal seeds are perfumed.
The Mahayana Samgraha says that perfuming produced from hearing, the Dharma, is not simply impure when occurring in an ordinary person. We reply that, when one hears the true Dharma, innate pure seeds are made to increase gradually and develop to the point where they produce a supramundane thought. For that reason, texts speak of these seeds as perfumed by hearing. The impurity of perfuming by hearing is eliminated at the stage of cultivation. This perfuming results in a superior retribution with respect to supramundane dharmas, and it is a superior dominant condition, adhipati pratyaya. On the other hand, the purity of this perfuming by hearing is not to be eliminated at the stage of cultivation, and is properly the condition as cause, hetu pratyaya, of supramundane dharmas. This proper condition as cause is subtle, obscure, and difficult to comprehend. These texts are only concerned with gross, obvious dominant conditions and therefore say,